calories and I need to finish my maneuvering. And I brought with me some Pringles. I think I reviewed these on the channel before. Just machine. The good thing is you can open these with one hand. That's already a huge plus for me. See how many Pringles. I'm gonna subtly count as I eat each one of these. You know, I've always thought of Pringles as being kind of artificial, you know? Like, I was just eating it, and like, first thing I didn't like eat it in one bite. I just nibbled off a little quarter of it, you know? And I guess the way I nibbled it off was like other like thinner ones, you'd like in those like potato chips, you'd like just slightly bite it and it'll be like have like 3 fractures just simultaneously drawn, right? And like the thing is about these potato chips, they're so thin, they're wafer thin, they're like translucent, right? Whereas here, maybe it's because of the way they're made, maybe it's because of the fact that they have to have like a defined shape at all. They're so thick that when you nibble off a bit, instead of like breaking into 3 fractures, it wouldn't do anything. You'd have like a bite-shaped mark, and somehow that feels wrong. Somehow it's like in the middle between like some kind of savory cookie and some kind of like overly thick potato chip that just isn't potato chipping, you know? Gotta watch my ass around these parts. It's so dark here that any kind of like a kidnapper with a sensible brain could just hide in these thickets behind me. Like, not behind me, like the thickets to my left, and then they can just jump out and grab me, you know? What do you guys think of the view? It's like fading into light blue down there in the horizon. I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyways, let's eat another one. This is my second potato chip. noticed on my first bite, I was just like too caught up at the moment to like say much more, but when you eat it in multiple bites, especially small, very multiple bites, you gotta eat it like, what is this? The flavor doesn't get like, it has to build up. And if you eat it like at many chunks, like very little per bite, there's just not much material for the flavor to sufficiently develop. So you're like, it's like your mouth is like sensing some kind of salty flavor and it really wants more, but there's just too little stuff. It's already gotten everything. There's not much flavor. So like the flavor meter is like a gauge. That rises in respect to how much you've eaten, how much chip you've eaten. And like, you've got to build it up. Either you eat like in large bites so that the flavor can sufficiently develop, or you eat small bites really fast so it maintains that. But it's just like in regular potato chips, they're so small, so I guess so, like, in respect to Pringles, so naturally generated. Not like naturally as in like from the forest, it's just, these feel like, the Pringles feel like they've been stamped out into a mold using like some kind of factory machines. Whereas potato chips, you just like boil them, they come out, you just dump them, put them in the bag, like right from the pot, without any more pressing or shaping or anything like that. So potato chips are much more dense in flavor, I'd say. This one you have to really build it up. That was the third potato chip. I'm noticing it leaves a hell of a lot of stuff in my teeth after each chip. I think that was my fourth. Maybe my fifth. And this one is my 5 or 6. It's just these feel very bland. They don't have much. My chin just nudged the container. Nothing fell though. But it's just, they feel so bland. Their flavor is just so hollow. I wish I was eating like some salt and pepper variant. I mean, a sour cream and onion variant. Sixth and seventh chip. Seventh and then eighth. Eighth and ninth now. Ninth and 10th. And 11th. That was 11th and 12th. And that was the final chip at 12th or 13th. I think it's 12. Even though I can see the Pringles company being all like dastardly and making like 13 chips per container, I think it's more plausible that they sorry that they do 12 chips. Let me see if I was right. It's gotta be here somewhere. bioengineered food ingredient. What the fuck? Oh right, to round out the vlog, here's some horrible news. So a few days ago, actually about a week ago, my laptop went kersplunk's. Well, I didn't drop it, it was just something happened. And the battery just went holonka. Just up and died, I think. I think that's the, I can't really confirm, but I think that's the most reasonable explanation, because whenever I tried to charge it, it just wouldn't charge, and instead the charging light would blink a bunch of times, and I just wasn't in the mood to find out what was happening, so I bought a new computer. Problem is, all my files for that Mozart piano thing are still contained in the old dead computer. And I was still working on the cadenza at the time. I think that's a lost cause. I think the cadenza is a lost cause, because even if I did succeed in writing a cadenza, I would not be proud of it at all. So, my go-to is just try and see if I can replace the battery in that defunct computer with another battery, and then quickly just grab the files and then export it to my new computer and then upload it to YouTube without just finishing the cadenza. I just don't like the cadenza, it's a lost cause. Anyways, that's it, that's my plan. I don't know if I have time for it, but yeah.